You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
I know you can't really see me waving, Corn Man, if you're just listening from work, but rest assured, I did wave in your direction, and to everybody else who is in chat or just listening along right now. It is 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, Central Time, and we are back for a occasional episode of something I call Ass Talk, which is me trying to get through the noxious clouds of sports prognostication to find a few little nuggets of wisdom. I hope you're all doing well today. I had a fun time doing the Power of Duck last night. Thank you to everybody who showed up. I hope you all were well rested after what was a very, hopefully, relaxing night for all of you, whatever you were up to. I will also point out that just as I had hoped, something did arrive on my front doorstep today. Those of you who will be able to look right now, yep, a jersey. I have thrown my hat in with a basketball team in the NBA. I am a fan now of the Indiana Pacers. So if you have been looking for a way to clown on me more effectively because of the sports teams that I support, here's a new option for you. Consider it a Christmas in July present from me to all of you. And I just loved watching them last season, and to see them defy the expectations in the NBA playoffs the way that they did. Very cool, very fun. Now, to your point in the chat earlier, True North, yeah. They actually could kind of be interesting games tonight for the CFL. I know we sat through Elks versus Ottawa earlier in the week, and we're all trying to scrub the memory of that from our brains. But, well, as I may have told some of you, the Edmonton Elks actually fired their coach after their most recent loss, and the offensive coordinator, I believe, that is who got promoted. The new interim head coach is Jarius Jackson. This is going to be his first game in the position. Oh, you're serious? The Cubs are losing? I didn't even have the scores. Mercy me, I didn't think we got back into baseball until tomorrow. Holy crap, 5-2 against the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks really want to be taken seriously, don't they? Well, last I checked, they had actually just overtaken the Padres in the National League East. And yeah, that is still how it stands. And technically listed as ahead in the NL West, but they are both 7 games back of the Dodgers now. One of your teams literally signed someone named after our Norse god today. Oh, I hope it's Loki. Oh no. Yeah, I'm allowed to cheer for bad teams, too. After all, I am a Lions fan, right? Elks lost 3 straight games with a game-ending field goal. Yeah, I mean, I understand why they brought him back. He had won a Grey Cup for the team before. It was 2015, I think, when he did that. But, I mean, even Joe Gibbs couldn't, work past Dan Snyder when he got brought back for round 2. I know, Cordman, Lions are not bad, but I am talking to a Packers fan. So if I just, try to meet him halfway, then we can all move forward in peace. Oh, Cordman, we will get there. Don't worry. Exactly. BC Lions are doing fantastic. In fact, the whole reason that I want to watch the Lions Stampeders game that I'm going to be tuning in for on Sunday. Not really for the Lions because I know what to expect from them, but I haven't been able to check out the Stampeders very much. I just want to catch up. I know they're not going to be. This feels like it's going to be a pretty lopsided competition. I mean, out of all the games this weekend, Winnipeg versus Saskatchewan feels like it has the best potential to be a close, exciting game. If only because Saskatchewan Roughriders are looking for a bounce back win after getting their first loss on the season. And, well, the Blue Bombers can have a particularly dangerous offense. No kidding. They dismissed somebody else's interpreter today. Was it for similar reasons, or is it a new and unknown kerfuffle? Man. Meanwhile, other things going on in the CFL. Toronto is also playing Hamilton, Battle of Ontario. Just don't screw up, Toronto. Ticats haven't won a game this season. I think they have the worst point differential of all the teams in the CFL. Even worse than the Elks, if you can believe it or not. But you lose a lot of close games, you're going to have a close differential. I assume that you've shown up because you're either hungry or you're trying to encourage me to say very nice things about your Chargers. One of the two? Yeah, one of the two. Oh, don't worry, Angie. Have all the notes ready, and I have said nice things about your Chargers. I promise. Ah. Gotcha. All right, so like I said, the Lions rookies have to report to training camp tomorrow. This seems like a good time as any to get started on what I expect for each NFL team coming up this season. And I'll start with the Arizona Cardinals. Yes, I am reading off notes. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. So Cardinals. I'm a weirdo. You know this. And many other ways that I am weird is I am optimistic about the Cardinals' chances for improvement this season. I mean, if only for the fact that the arrival of Marvin Harrison Jr. should open up space within all the other wide receivers they have for somebody to step up and start making a difference. If only for the attention that he's going to draw during each game. I'm not saying that they're going to run the division. I don't think they will. But if they're willing to play hard and fight back for whatever that crazy eyes guy was saying out there, this could be a decent season to be a Cardinals fan. Cool breezes in Arizona Bay, man. So no reason, you say, why they dismissed the interpreter. All right, so meanwhile, Atlanta Falcons. I have no hope for the Falcons anymore. I think the betting pools are already going on not only what team will Brandon Dorless escape to when his contract expires, who in the coaching staff will be axed first when they eliminate themselves from the playoffs again. Like, we switch out player's name, and that can be our standard answer until, I don't know, Georgia accepts its neighboring states become a territory unto themselves and restart Reconstruction. I don't know. I just feel bad for Falcons fans. They don't seem like they have anything going. Plus, they got hit with a tampering fine, $250K, and they lost a 5th-round pick for tampering with Kirk Cousins. I don't even know. All right, the Baltimore Ravens. things that struck me. All right, now they have Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry. Uh, they did a lot of house cleaning among their positional coaches, have a new defensive coordinator. We'll get to that later. I am worried about the I'm worried once again about the passing options. I think Mark Andrews is going to play the whole season. I just hope somebody else steps up besides Zay Flowers, because if Andrews goes again, Zay can't do it all. And literally, as I wrote, hope Lamar Jackson doesn't do anything stupid. I happened to look him up on my phone, and apparently he's publicly getting into it with Troy Aikman over who can make money on the number 8 as their logo. So, best of luck, Ravens fans. Buffalo Bills. I looked at the roster. I saw Chase Claypool. Just please keep him away from Xavier Johnson. I don't want whatever brainworms the receivers pick up in Pittsburgh spreading so close to the border. I mean, hopefully Curtis Samuel can stay on the field and be a big help, but y'all have suffered enough, so no predictions. Enjoy your season and your time with Josh Allen, who is the wonderful golden retriever of the AFC East. And no kidding, Skip Bayless is gone from FS1. Fantastic. Logan, just take my word for it. Anything that comes out of the Cubs front office should be traded with all the grains of salt. Carolina Panthers. Hi, Jadeveon Clowney. Welcome to the circus. All right, Chicago Bears. Congratulations. Tyson Bagent, the Bagel Man, and Brett Rippon have a new home for right now. DJ Moore and Keenan Allen will continue to scare me, as well as the Herbert Swift running back tandem. But year one, QB audition time. I hope Caleb Williams has gotten used to the city and is ready for the pressure. My only question is, will their pass rush actually get back to scaring people, because they were next to last in sacks last year? I'm unsure they will, but I bet Caleb Williams will have a good 6 games before, they end up giving up too much pressure and he gets injured again. Yeah, that's another thing, Logan. I was already kind of on Caleb Williams. I acknowledge the skill, but some of his early college immaturity just left a bad taste in my mouth. So, for everything that Caleb might bring to the table, it's going to be if they can build a team around him that not only serves his skills best, but hopefully can grow with him. Hopefully, like the Bears have done great with quarterbacks before. The Cincinnati Bengals. So they got Trent Brown. Okay. And they lost Tyler Boyd. I'm not as hopeful for this team as I once was. Maybe that's why Monty became a Vikings fan. All right. Good. Cubs are down to their last out. Cleveland. Don't worry. The Monsters start their season again on October 12th. In the meantime, maybe you root for the BC Lions. You might like their uniform colors and their QB. Dallas Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott's back, and everything's going to be all right. We promise. Denver Broncos. Walmart is still in business in our country, and we are worse off wherever it stands. Detroit Lions. All right. We got a couple of secondary signings, to try to help try to improve things. The new O-line players that we got, including the ones that we drafted, I'm optimistic about, but I'll still miss Jonah Jackson. Definitely still miss Josh Reynolds. Once again, he's a clutch pass receiver. Don't expect a lot of numbers from him. Yeah, much rejoicing. Cubs have lost. It's just very strange as a Lions fan to go into the season with a target on our back because, hey, we've made strides. I think we make the playoffs. How far? No idea. That's what the regular season is for. But, yeah. Everybody will be coming after us, including the Green Bay Packers. Now, firing Joe Barry and re-signing Keyshawn Nixon. It's the type of stuff I like to see because my old ass still remembers. And I only know this because it was a player that used to be on Washington, but then we got rid of him for some fool reason. And that one Super Bowl that Brett Favre won with the Packers, he did not get the MVP because it went to the kick returner, Desmond Howard. I'm just saying, good kick returner, worth a lot, especially for the Green Bay Packers. I also saw the new defensive coordinator coach, the Boston College guy. He also had a good bit of turnover with your positional coaching staff, mostly on the defensive end of things. I'm assuming those were like some Joe Barry holdovers. Your secondary looks it's going to be just as lethal and scary as it was last season. Just don't let Jordan Love die back there. I am sure you'll be fighting with us for the division title this year. I'm looking forward to it. Houston Texans. You remember how the Detroit became the exciting place to go in the NFC? Yeah, Houston is the AFC version, I guess. Dalton Schultz and Stephon Diggs should help, but that's assuming that the city can keep the lights on if they have another hard rain like they recently did. Jacksonville got its stadium money, so fuck it. They don't have to care. Whatever. I mean, they'll need to... If you all saw... One of their employees is getting sued by the team for just siphoning money out of it for gambling. They allege he took $22 million and they're suing him for $65. As for the team, I don't know. I'm just worried that the Khan family thinks that they need to have AEW angles in every aspect of their business, and I'm sad to say that's not a good idea. Caleb Williams asked the Bears to pay his salary to an LLC to explore creative tax strategies. Oh no. My goodness, the jokes just write themselves. Creative tax strategies. That is just such rich material. That's a name I've actually not remembering, Logan. Let's find out. Tank Dell, let's see. Ooh. Wide receiver, but supposed to be going to more special teams. Oh, Logan? Logan, it's not real, it's not tax evasion at all. I promise. A lot of it is probably Ron DeSantis behind the scenes trying to distract the fact that he is fighting against the legal weed voter referendum that ended up making to ballot. So, you know, keep the sports teams and the franchises and the fans as happy as they can and get them to forget that he doesn't want them to be able to light up. He's afraid of it turning to someplace like California. Oh, like it's not already there. Indianapolis Colts. I forgot about them as I was making this list. I am positive that right now Joe Flacco is making a new voodoo doll. Anthony Richardson is wondering why a square of fabric is missing from one of his pants. And Drew Ogletree's cases were dismissed. He has been taken off of that no-fly list, so yay. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers missed minicamp to visit Egypt. Rumor is he was searching. True North, I can believe the first part. I also can kind of believe the second part, which makes me think that you're just trying to string me along. Did he seriously miss minicamp to go to Egypt? I know. If I were them, Logan, I would just store hats there. That seems like the most logical thing. Not a joke. Well, don't worry. I have that covered when we get to the New York Jets. Meanwhile, Kansas City Chiefs, they'll be fine. And I hope nothing awful happens to Harrison Butker this season. Las Vegas Raiders, QB battle. Minshew versus O'Connell. The QB battle of a period of time. I mean, adding Michael Gallup is a nice touch, but I am very unsure about the team. I will just root for Antonio Pierce to do well enough to keep his job. They wanted him to stick around. Players liked him. Let's just hope they also listen to and respect him as well. Fined $1,716 for unexcused absences. Oh, God damn it. Oh, don't get me wrong, Luke. I'm sure there's tax evasion as well, but that's the main reason for the tax evasion, is to try to look good in an election year. Oh, yeah, she's gone. LA Chargers. I mean, cool. They got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, a two-headed monster to make up for the fact that all of their receivers went goodbye. So they got DJ Chark. Yeah, I'm sure Harbaugh has it all under control. Absolutely. All right, LA Rams. Jimmy G and Stetson Bennett. They're probably party bros now. Jonah Jackson, good signing. Just try to knock the Packers out when you play them. Thank you. Oh, I did not forget Jim Harbaugh. Oh, I cannot. I'm not sure what he's going for exactly. Some kind of... If he's just decided that, oh, they're going to be a run first, wear down the team kind of physical thing. But if that's the transition he's thinking, let's hope that he's able to do it in one season. All right, Miami Dolphins. I still don't know if I trust the defense, but, Miami's going underwater for the rest of us. Might as well keep up the win now mentality by signing Odell Beckham Jr. Sure. Minnesota Vikings. Man, I don't even know. Like a Michigan QB, a bunch of rookies. I'm sure they won't lose more than 10 games. I don't think. Oh, I'm sure that Devontae Adams wants a lot of things these days, True North. A lot. Yeah, the Dolphins have Joe Barry now. Maybe another reason for me not to trust their defense. All right, New Orleans Saints. Ryan Ramczyk is now out for the season. As Groucho Marx said, I, I bet he's just using that as an excuse. Dennis Allen is still there. Louisiana, aside from all the other horrible things that are going on in your state, try not to explode. Oh, he did. He did. A lot of people signing their rookie contracts before camp starts, making the money. Let's see if he earns it. All right, New York Giants. Brian Burns won't fix it all. Brian Dable might get a hernia from coaching this team. And Lawrence Taylor got arrested in Florida. And considering it's Florida and some of the shit you have to do to get the attention of the cops down there, Giants fans, you are free to hop on any other sports team bandwagon for this season, and I will not judge you. Just to let you know, I think we actually have upgraded the vehicle on our bandwagon, so it's no longer a Pinto that's pulling it, it's a Ford Galaxy. Someday we may get a sedan. Who's worse, the New York Giants or the Edmonton Elks? I'll answer that question after this season, because this is the first time I really pay attention to the Elks for a full season. So, and first time following a CFL season all the way through. So, I want to reserve judgment until the end. All right, New York Giants. Philadelphia Eagles. All right. First, to the entire team, do not follow anyone to a second location while you're in Brazil. Green Bay Packers players, feel free to follow that advice as well. I know you have a big fan base contingent down there, but they might really like you, want you to stay around for much longer. The thing I found out today is that the Eagles are now on their fourth play caller in 5 seasons. I mean, Saquon is great to get, but I'm wondering if they'll have a damn idea what to do with him. I mean, at least they got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back again. Yeah, the Cowboys are automatically winning the NFC East this year. That's just how it's going to lay. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh Steelers are just 500 ahoy forever. No change. San Francisco 49ers. As a White Sox fan, my experience with reading 6,000 hypothetical draft packages for pitcher Garrett Crochet must come close to the annoyance over what I assume are now the 10,000 hypothetical draft packages that people have put together for Brandon Ayuk. I've already seen like sports blog after sports blog trying to put together, well, maybe we can throw these three people at the 49ers and get Brandon Ayuk. Or y'all can wait until the decision comes around and see what the actual terms are, and then figure out how this is going to affect the rest of the team. Jesus, where's the patience anymore? But anyway, don't y'all have another NFC championship to win? And thank you again for doing all you've done to the Packers over the years. Appreciate it. Big fan. Seattle Seahawks. New head coach, coincidentally, the Baltimore Ravens' old defensive coordinator. They also have Sam Howell now, and Bobby Wagner left again to go play elsewhere. Wow. When are the Supersonics coming back? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, meanwhile, a young secondary, settled question at QB, and now an opportunity to build a new. Yeah, they get the division. Good for them. Congratulations. Yeah. See 49ers, everybody's appreciative of you in one way or another. Tennessee Titans. Jarius Sneed, Tyler Boyd, the former offensive coordinator of the Bengals as their new head coach. I don't know. It feels like the Titans have been just treading water for so long. Even with all those high-powered acquisitions that they now have floating in their wide receiver room. I'm wondering if they even remember how to swim. And finally, the Washington Commanders. You may have Marcus Mariota. You may be coached by Dan Quinn and Cliff Kingsbury. Oh, you are probably spending another season as a punching bag in the NFC East. But it's another day, another week, another month, another year for that organization without Dan Snyder. And every bit of time that you're separate from them, well, that's just another little victory. I think that's going to do it for us this afternoon on Ass Talk. That's all I have to say, and I'm just going to click off so I can get going with the rest of my evening, which will involve watching some CFL football. I recommend you tune in however you can. If not on CBS Sports Network, then on CFL Plus. Remember, you can watch it for free there on the CFL website. I will be seeing you all tomorrow afternoon for Chicago White Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. We will have bingo. We will hopefully have some fun, and the Kansas City Royals will prove that they belong in the wild card race. But thank you for dropping by, everybody who could, in the chat, outside. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. This is Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Take care of yourselves, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.